Guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today I'm doing a story time video. And this video is about pretty much the time that I got kicked out for stupid reasons and me trying to live on my own and struggling. Pretty much. And I hope you guys enjoy this because I like hearing other people's stories and experiences. And yeah, I hope you guys find this entertaining and whatever. So, yeah, this was just after I graduated high school. I just quit my job, and yeah, I didn't know what to do with my life. I was working at my job for 3 years, and I have these moments when I just want to do something. Like you see these other people your age doing these crazy things, and you're just you're just there like, ugh, what am I gonna do with my life? So I just like to just do things without thinking, and so I moved to Lubbock, which is like 2 hours away from home, and pretty much try to live my life there because I had friends there, kind of video game friends, you can say, that I met um, a few years ago. And I was like, and also I was talking to a guy from there. So, I moved over there, um, and everything was okay, as I guess, for only like a week, not even a week, for 4 days. So I moved into this guy's house. Okay, we'll call this guy, um, Carl. Why not? So I moved into Carl's place, and he was fine. He was nice, and um, I guess I can tell you about him. Carl just broken up with his boyfriend a month ago, and that's when I slide into his DMs and I messaged him and we started talking. And when he found out that I was trying to move to Lubbock, he said, "Oh, why don't you just stay at my place?" I was like, "Okay, cool, why not?" Like call each other baby. Well, I thought we just started talking, and I thought we were gonna become boyfriends. But after 4 days, he messaged me. Well, he was at work and I was, at his apartment, and he said that he's been talking to his ex, and I was like, okay. And he was like, yeah, and he said we are trying to get back together and trying to make this work out. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, but you can still live with me. I told you to come down here and live with me, so I will feel bad if I can't kick you out. And I was like, okay, cool. So I'll still stay with you. We'll just be friends and whatever, blah blah. I was like, okay, cool. And he was like, cool. Later on that day, he messaged me, pretty much saying that his ex won't get back with him if I'm still staying at his place. And he was all like, Rigo, I don't know what to do. Like, he's just like, I can't just kick you out. And I was like, oh. And I was like, okay. I was like, whatever. I'll just leave. Whatever, blah, blah. So I packed up my stuff, and my friends that I had there picked me up, and they took me to one of their houses where we can just hang out and stuff. And legit, I was scared, and I was crying. Like, I didn't cry in front of them, but I went to the bathroom and I started crying because I was in this town. This is the first time I left home. I was like a mama's boy. I was sheltered, and I was surrounded by these people I didn't know. Like, my friends were kind of cool, but they were hanging out with other people that were kind of scary looking at the time that I didn't know. So I was like afraid. So yeah. So I decided to go. So after that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna suck it up, and I'm gonna try to make this work because my mom and my siblings, like, when I told them wanted to live out here, they did not believe in me, or you can say, or they just said that was a bad idea. It's not gonna work out. And I just wanted to prove them wrong. So I stayed, and I went online. I went on Craigslist, and I posted a room for sale, not a room for sale, renting the room out. And I got a few messages back, and I found this one place that was kind of perfect. It was near the place that I was gonna work at soon, this Walmart. So we went there. We talked to this guy. It was much older guy, and he was pretty nice at the time. And he told me that I had very nice, pretty eyes. And I was like, okay, I um, I guess that's the first red flag I should have seen. So he said I had nice eyes, and he said that he had this gift that he can see how someone is by looking in their eyes, and he said that I was a good person and blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, nice, I am a good person, so I guess you got that right. you know. So after we met him and he showed me the room and in the house, his house was not really a house; it was more of a castle. No lie, a fucking castle, because he built it himself to rent it out for like parties or quinceañeras, stuff like that. Because when you first walk in, it's like this big ballroom, and and it's like a two-story, so it's a big ballroom, and to the like right is a hallway, and then to the hallways to the rooms that he was renting out. So yeah, so I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, ooh, I get to live in the castle. Ooh yeah, girl. I was kind of happy. After getting kicked out, and I found a place. So I was pretty proud of myself. So after that, I went to go hang out with my friends. We played some video games and we stayed up really late. And after that, my friend, we will call him Jim. So Jim dropped. So I went back with Jim. He dropped me off at my place. But I had an interview the next day, and he was going to take me. And so I was like, why don't you just stay here tonight, and you can just take me to the interview tomorrow, and drop me off instead of dropping me off, go back home, having to get up and come back. And he was like, okay, good idea. So we stayed there tonight. And the next morning I went to my interview, and I got the job. But I got a message from the of the by the guy that was renting out to me, saying that the room was only for one person. And he just said it was only for one person. And me, I didn't know it was him at the time, because during that time I was talking with other people about still renting out rooms, because I always needed a backup plan. So I didn't have his number saved at the time. So when he messaged me saying that, I was like, okay. I thought it was just someone else talking about another room saying that it's only for one person. I was like, okay, whatever. So I didn't pay no mind to it. So after the interview, my friend dropped me off at the house, castle, whatever you want to call it. And I took a nap. After I took a nap, I went on Tinder, and I was talking to this other person for a while that was from Lubbock, and he said, why don't I told him that what happened, about, oh, I got kicked out, by this guy I was talking to, kind of sad. And he was like, oh, why don't I take you out, make have a good time? And I was like, okay, sure. So this guy, we'll call him Mason. He happened. It's so funny because he happened to become my best friend after this. So Mason picked me up. We went to Steak and Shake, and we talked and we got to know each other. And so Mason talked about. So it's so funny. I'm gonna stop for a moment, because this is the first time I left home. I'm out on my own in this big city, and I'm going to find out how the gay world works. Okay, and the gay world is very small. Everyone knows everybody, and I didn't know that at the time, because of course I didn't I never had a boyfriend or anything like that before I moved. So so I went out. Mason told me his situation, that he just broke up with his boyfriend because he Mason was telling about his story about how he just broke up with his boyfriend because he cheated on him with someone. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, that's bad, whatever. And yeah, and so after he told me his story, I told him my story about how I was with this guy, for a week, and he kicked me out because his boyfriend wanted to get back with him, but he couldn't get back with him because I was there, blah blah blah. And so I told him his name, and his face kind of just can I see a picture of him? And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. So I had a picture of him. I still had him like on Facebook, whatever. So I showed him the picture, and when he saw the picture, his, he got like frozen or like I don't know how to explain it, but I saw it, and I don't know if you guys remembered, but this guy that I was talking to, how him and his ex broke up was because he cheated on his ex with someone else. So after like I'm very blonde, so it took me like a minute, no lie, just and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, are you the guy that Carl cheated with? And he was like, yes. And I just got so excited, I guess you can say, because well, one, because I was still kind of obsessed with this guy, Carl, because I still liked him, I guess you can say. So I wanted to know more about him. Crazy, I know. But and also I just wanted to know like that's crazy that he knew this guy, and I just happened to go on a date with him. But I was still young and new, so when you find out, that's not really you know new to the world, whatever. So yeah, it was pretty awkward. But then I got we broke the ice, and then we just decided to become friends after that. So after that, we went to his place. We hanged out, and we didn't know if we should sleep at his place or my place. If we slept at his place, we had to wake up really early because his grandma gets home from because his grandma was a nurse during nighttime, and she gets home early, and we would have to leave. I hate waking up early, so I was like, just sleep at my place. We don't have to wake up early, so why not? So we went to my place. Mason was kind of scared of sleeping there because it was a castle pretty much. So it did kind of spooky at night. And also, I told him that this guy I just met from Craigslist. So he was like, "Are you fucking kidding me, Rigo? Like this guy could kill you? Like really?" And I was like, nothing's gonna happen." So, we slept. So we slept. I guess Mason had a hard time sleeping, and so he in the morning or during the nighttime, I don't remember. He saw the door open, and he saw someone look in. Okay, keep in mind I locked my door. So this motherfucker had a key. He didn't even tell me he had a key. Like, okay, I guess he's allowed to have a key, but I guess he was checking up on me. I don't know why he was doing that. Weird. Just just think about it now. It's kind of creepy that he would, he had a key to my room. He didn't tell me, and he was checking up on me. Okay, so whatever. He looked in. Mason saw him, and he looked in for a few seconds, I guess, and looked out. And then, the next morning, I got a message saying that I can't stay there anymore by the guy because I'm just sleeping around, being a whore, and I need to be careful because of HIV and STDs. And I was like, what? Where is this coming from? And like I told Mason, like, I think this guy's kicking me out because apparently he thinks I'm, a whore. And he's like, well, he's like, he did come, looking. And I was like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah, I saw, he couldn't sleep. So he saw him, like, open the door and check in. I was like, are you fucking serious? I had that door locked. Like, what the fuck? So, I was trying to talk to the guy, like, saying, no, I'm not, I'm not a whore. I'm not sleeping around. These are my friends. They're just sleeping over. People can have sleepovers. And, he just wasn't listening. He was saying that, no, I can see through your eyes that you're fucking lying and all this other shit. And I was like, you know what, fuck you. And so, um, I, packed up my stuff. Mason luckily helped me. I think it's funny that, I just met Mason for not even a day and he haven't even met me yet. But, he's like helped me move out, getting kicked out. And yeah, I guess that's how our friendship started. And yeah, and I guess that's also how I got kicked out because someone thought I was being a slut, I guess you can say. And yeah, and I think that's crazy that he had had a key to open my door. I'm pretty happy that I had my friends there because I didn't know that guy. We were out in the middle of nowhere, because his castle house it was on this plot of land, and so why the fuck was he checking in on me? I don't know. But whatever. Fuck him. So yeah, so I guess I hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, until next time.